Bonus episode from the road.
Hey everybody, it's a ride with Chris. Oh Jesus, this is off to a great start already. Boy, I'm on the road, you're coming with me. We're on a road trip, baby. Riding back from Worcester to NYC, you and me, just we, baby. Yeah, you listen to Holding Court. You're hanging with me today. I'm on my way back. I went to see my mother, little Katie Z. She's a sweetheart. It's going over there. We were doing a thing. We had some brunch. It was divine. Just popping in for the day. Now I'm popping back. You know, it's how we go. And I had nothing recorded and just wanted, well, that's a lie. I did a cast late last night in the early AMs with my dear esteemed friend, Mr. Joseph Coppolotti. It was wonderful to see him again. We talked about this and that and everything. It was a very unusual holding court, if there was such a thing as a usual holding court, because it was a more serious conversation. Usually we're a bunch of chuckleheads, but we had a lot to talk about. It had been a while. He's figuring out a lot of stuff. I'm figuring out a lot of stuff. So it tended to be a little bit more of a straight, more serious bent to things. Philosophizing, you know, your animals. That sort of thing. So, and we recorded it all. He's going to send me the files and all that. But I wanted to make sure we had at least this in the can. This time together, to make sure we got some product for all you assholes to download on Wednesday. Oh, I'm driving on the Pike now, you hear? I'm driving through Worcester. Yeah, I live right outside of Worcester. I live in a town right on the edge of the lake, right at the corner down by Route 20. Keep it local. That's the key to jokes. Whenever you make a joke, you can make it local. Everybody will laugh, guaranteed. Everybody who's great. Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Carlos Mencia, all the greats. They made local jokes, because you know what they're doing out in Poughkeepsie, am I right? You know what they do in Orange County, am I right? You know what they do in North Chicago, am I right? It makes everybody laugh. It's the key to humor. It's the key to humor. It's the essence of humor. Geography lessons. Oh boy. Yeah, I like doing these solo casts. This is a good one. I get to rant and rave to myself, and everyone driving by think I'm making very important phone calls, think I'm a very important businessman, as I have my little Albanian headset on here, just shouting, screaming, carrying out business deals, moving product, crushing countries, buying PlayStation chips from African warlords, Idi Amin style. Oh. All right, bring it back. No, well, it was a lovely thing. I'm a good boy sometimes. Well, there's another reason why the recording me and Joe did was a little different. Oh my God, it was a half-deflated little balloon on the side of the road yesterday. I had all the energy of a geriatric grandmother who had just come from a doctor's appointment. I mean, I had a little scare the other night. I mean, it's time to rein it on back a bit, I think. I've been living a little edgy, living a little crazy, drinking a little bit much, I think. I was barfing up blood. That's not a good thing. So, we're laying off the booze for a little while. We're letting booze take a hike for a bit. It's not so hard. It's not so bad. Every time you go for a beer, have a ginger ale. Come on. Have a little Clamato juice. You'll be fine. I tell myself, I think it's fine. We're good. We don't need doctors and paperwork to get involved in this transaction. I think all it takes is just a little bit of old-fashioned country living for a while. I'm talking Baptist farm type. And we'll get stuff back on track. It was just, oh God, we were at that Sheermag conference. We were at the Sheermag conference, where we sit in tiny sterile rooms and discuss things like 70s guitar licks and what's general and what's specific in a chord structure. We're getting garbage. Rein it in, buddy. Rein it in. Anyway, we got very silly. An ancient friend of ours from the lands of northern upstate New York was in town, from Boston. I know that's a lot of geography in there. Again, we're getting wordy. But he was buying lots of shocks, and my poor little tum-tum, it couldn't handle all this straight grain alcohol. I've been tying it on pretty regular recent, so it's good to step back. You need to do a thing. You got to keep control of the reins, you know. You can't just ramble off all the time, whether it's drinking or talking to oneself in some semblance of a recording we're going to call a radio program. In all things, we got to keep a tight leash on things. We got to keep a tight leash. There's time for wild, and then there's time for refine. You know, it's if you don't have a can of Mexican corn on the side of the plate, you're not going to respect the steak. You got to have the steak. You got to have the mixed corn Mexican nuts to make a full plate. It takes variety. It takes variety to bring out the fullness of life. If life is a plate, you got to have a full plate, you know? You got to have all the angles covered. You got to have a little, you got to have some intent. You got to go with intent. But yeah, anyway. So it was delightful. We had a wonderful time with my mother. She was great. It was a gas. We had a gas. We had a wonderful gas. Saw my niece. She's growing. She's a baby. She's doing all right on those metrics. She's on the level for A+. She's on the level for class individual. She's not going to be one of them bums eating shrimp on the bus. No. She's a lady of refinement. Crossed ankles at church. Crossed ankles and hats on race day. Hats, I say. Hats. But you know. I'm excited. This week is good. We're running and gunning hard. I was talking to a, my mind for details is a sieve these days, but I'm getting better. But I was talking to a comic I met out and around doing time in New York City, dudes. And his name is Nick. He is a Montreal comedian, and he was down visiting, and he was sending me lines, asking what I was up to, what spots I was doing, and all that. And I've been slacking, dude. I've been slacking. So we're going to fix that this week. Got a date with the lady on Monday, so we're going to hit up Tuesday. Thursday, I might have a thing. All right, so we got to get this done. Tuesday, Friday? Yeah, Tuesday, Friday, I think, and then Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh boy. And then Saturday, I think we're gonna do some time. We gotta get the new material running. I got some new jokes. It's all awful. It's all garbage. I'm not proud of it, but we gotta get some stuff going in. I've been thinking a lot and hard about comedy lately, and we're making some growths. We're getting some growths. I'm starting to get a handle on what's happening, but I gotta do the work. I gotta do the work. You can't just measure 30 times. You gotta cut. And we're gonna get to some cutting this week. We're gonna get to some cutting. Oh, Bev. Oh, Rocco. Oh, haunted hayride. Delightful. eCenturyHayride.com. We're sponsored by them apparently this week, due to the sign on the road that I read. Oh my God, I have done this road from Worcester to New York City more times than I care to admit. I know every bump, I know every hill, I know every gully, sally and crick, all the way from the north to the south, and it has turned into a beautiful day. The sun is up. The sun is up. The cars are about. You goddamn bovine American imbeciles with your grease-stained Golden Corral t-shirts, all of you sitting in your high-top Reeboks as you just moan and bitch about the latest Game of Thrones to your goddamn entourage addicted sons. Ugh, you disgust me. Look at your little piggy faces. Ugh, how much NyQuil and goddamn acetaminophen can you eat to make your days palatable? I was trying to think. What was the stuff back in the day that you put on your face to make it less oily? I can't remember. Olive oil? No, it was... I can't remember. It was that stuff. It was that powerful stuff that made kids, impotent. I think, in a dream once, that's how that worked. You smeared it all over your face. I was a pimply little bastard as a kid. God, cursed. We had that Irish skin. I didn't have it as bad as a lot of my family. They really got hit by the pizza stick. But I got it bad. I had it bad. But now Now we're crisp and clear. Those days are in the rear. This is called the rhyming cast, where it doesn't matter what I say, what topic it is, so far as it somehow ambles out into something that has a rhyme to it or a little bit of rhythm. That's all that matters. It's not content or quality. It's all style and panache on Holding Court. As I sip from my Canada Dry, yeah, I'm a hack. I'm a big hack. Look at this radio garbage I'm doing. Ripping off Dice Clay, ripping off Bill Burr, ripping off everything. Ugh. What is this? This is the thesaurus of podcasts, where basically we just take everything that other people do better and cram it into one place. So you're one-stop shop. We're like that bodega that has a deli and a fish section. So you can get lobsters any time of day. You don't see lobster tanks as much anymore. I wonder if that's like a PETA thing, if somehow they decided that lobsters were animals. They're disgusting. I mean, it's not an original thought, but they are the cockroaches of the sea, and crabs are the spiders with their carapaces. Ugh. Anything with a carapace I don't think is food. I don't think so. It's like a Lovecraft nightmare, some sort of Cronenberg monster made flesh that's here to curse our days and nightmares as we eke out our meager existence on this spinning rock. This spinning rock in the void of oblivion. Whoa, oh my goodness. It's a children's cast today, everybody. We're doing vocabulary. We're running big words just to say we can. Just to prove that we still got them in the noggin. We're just running words. Oh my God, I've never found an ATM that I felt comfortable using. They always disgust me. And New York gets me so paranoid. If there's a man around, women can stand behind me at an ATM. I feel like, that's a good thing. You know what America needs? A good, active, like Appalachian Mountain, like Khmer Rouge, like all-female terrorist cell. Just to put the fear of woman into man in a more visceral way, just as like a respect thing. I remember reading about one of those South American dictatorships that had a brutal revolution of like, it might have been that Contra War, but like in one hillside village, and this is all 100% fact, obviously, because I'm saying it, and I know a lot of things about nothing. But there was this one faction of all female a terrorist communist brigade that was so mocked for its brutality that they almost completely reset the whole like gender dynamic in that province for the rest of time. They don't think of like all those tropes of femininity there because it was cut out of them with knives. They're just like, oh yeah. You fear men, you fear women. Everyone's brutal. Everyone commits appalling atrocities. We're all equal in just how savage we are capable of being. And I think that's wonderful. Isn't that great? Just in like a reset of decades, they managed to do more in the progress of their sort of gender dynamic than a lot of essays can accomplish in 14 college-published literary magazines. It's just cause and effect. It's all about cause, effect, and action. There we go. Isn't that great? So, our podcast is sponsoring the next Khmer Rouge Appalachian Revolution. If you go to Amazon, type in Khmer Rouge Revolution when you make a purchase, and 10% on every dime will go to the Khmer Rouge of Appalachia, and they really appreciate it. And it's one of those sort of, what are they called? The money things you pay into. God damn it, I can't remember words. What are they? Indiegogos, Kickstarters. That's what they are. So if you help them get at least $10, you will get a finger necklace in the mail. You'll get a necklace made of human fingers. If you donate up to $100, you'll get a bracelet made of ears. And if you go up into our premium donation area, which is over $1,000, I know it's a very exclusive bracket, but if you can make it to that, you will have your very own Afghan woven out of the undergarments of victims. And it takes a lot of victims of the Khmer Rouge to make an effective blanket bed Afghan. So it's really good quality investment for dollar price point, you know, and it's all about the price point here. This is the Young Republicans cast, and we're all about price points. We're all about investment dollars. We're all about making sure, you know, the investment that your tax dollars is spent exactly how you would prefer at every moment in time. We're 100% on the level. We're just swell guys. We're just swell guys. Oh my God, aren't I brave? I am so brave. I am the bravest of the brave. I make the Atlanta Braves look like the Cleveland Cowards. That's how brave I am. It's difficult living up in my own shadow every morning, waking up and say, how am I going to live up to my own bravery metric today? I don't know, but it's a beautiful work in progress, and I'm always surprised by just what a genius I am, and I just don't know how people can restrain themselves from sucking my toes every time I take my shoes off, every time I unclip my my Tevas, my big fucking stinky Tevas. I fucking hate sandals. I fucking hate men's feet. Ugh, God. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Raw fish fillets. Ugh. Men's feet are garbage. Ugh. 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 I don't know. If a man's foot is like a raw fish fillet of like haddock, some like white fish, I feel like a woman's foot is like a lobster claw, where it's like, it's the best part of the lobster, but it's still a sea cockroach. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Where it's, I'm not a foot fetishist, but for a foot fetishist, I do talk about feet a lot. God damn it. I think it's just been imposed on me. It's one of those insecurities. It's just one of those things. People look at me and they're like, that's the look of a guy who really worships feet a lot. And it's not something I would choose. Not something I would choose. I would not re-up on that one. Ugh, that's a Louis ripoff. Ugh, he used that phrase once. I can never use a phrase that anyone's ever used before. Shit, I'm pretty sure someone's used that one. Fuck. Someone said fuck before, too. God damn it. God damn it. Ugh. The vicious cycle. The vicious cycle. It's just, oh my God, we are just treading new ground. This is called the Pioneer Cast today, because we're pioneering new territory that's never been trodden. We're saying words that have never been said. We're thinking thoughts that have never been baked. So carefully, with such intent and consideration for you, listener, as these we're pulling from our oven today. I mean, what an astounding feat we have at hand. Ugh, feet again. God damn it. Well, you know, I have no idea how this is going to work, this little recording thing. So I just got this little memo machine going, and I really hope it doesn't, like, run out at any point. I have, like, no, I don't know how, does it take memory? I don't know how this works. It's like a little plug-in thing. The car behind me is losing his goddamn mind riding on my ass, but that's fine, man. It's, this is a peaceful car. I think the best way to meet infuriated people on the road is with complete ambivalence. Complete ambivalence is the greatest gift you can give to rage. Condescension, just to make them angry, just to let them stew and boil. It doesn't ever go wrong or backfire. It never leads to double homicides on the side of the road with a hatchet or some sort of tomahawk creation. I almost bought a tomahawk once. I almost bought one. I was a really big conspiracy theorist and was pretty sure the world was ending at any point. And I figured the best way to meet the apocalypse was with some carbon fiber, marine issue, steel quality tomahawk to keep in my car, because that's logical and that's going to help things, and that's a great thing for some shithead to have in his car. That's no gasoline on the fire, you know. I mean, every single one of them came with those old button-up, black button-up shirts with the flames on them. They were great. You got little light-up Nikes. They were fantastic price point, fantastic investment. It was just wonderful. They had like Dragon Ball Z anime characters all over the shirt. You got one of those for free with every tomahawk you bought. It was stunning how perfectly they targeted their key demographic of enormously sexually frustrated young men and tomahawk purchasers. But, then the world didn't end, and I didn't end up buying a tomahawk. And, wow, that's a wonderful story, Chris. You're basically telling me how you didn't buy something and trying to pass it off in some semblance of a story for entertainment value, and all you're really revealing is that you like casting judgments on entire swaths of the population from your pompous little seat in this little tiny shitty Honda Civic, so proud that you don't own a tomahawk because somehow that's a better informing little attribute. Aren't you proud? Aren't you smug, you little shit? You little horrible man with your hairy feet. I do got hairy feet. I kind of like it. I mean, I can't grow a beard for shit, but I think it might make up for it with my, like, hairy feet and toes. I got, like, Hobbit shit. It's like, I feel like it's not as initially off-putting to women as, like, a hairy, like, I don't know, like, side. It's like, I feel like hairy ribs really kind of throws a woman for a loop. Like, chest, great. Stomach, great. Back, dealable. Shoulders, getting much, but dealable. It's the ribs, like, really underneath the armpit in that area, that if you really got, like, a fucking rug going on down there, it's just unsettling. It's unsettling. It's some wolf level stuff. Not that I'm judging, I got hairy legs. There was a wonderful Lebanese girl who would clap her hands and, like, dance, and she would say, "Oh, the dear Lord Christopher gave you the gift of hair on your legs." I have very magnificently hairy legs. I've always been a point of pride. Probably why my feet are hairy. It's just like the T-zone of the calves to foot is on point. Deliciously hairy. Wonderful. I mean, I am basically hairless, like, waist up, but those legs, man, I got the legs of a bear, a really good bear, a really impressive bear that all the other bears in the community look up to, as that guy looks magnificent with his little officer's cap on and the leather vest. He really fills it out with that. Oh, boy, we really got off train fast. Jesus. And looking at the little blips and blops on this thing, this is going to be a really garbage quality programming here. But if we can make it to a half hour before I run out of space, oh my God, that can be doable. I thought it was going to shut off automatically at 15 minutes, and here we are, 22 minutes. What magnificent things technology can do these days. It's truly a miracle and wonder. This is a long-distance call. Oh, I have so much ginger ale left. It's great. I got cheap Massachusetts cigarettes, unlike those expensive Brooklyn cigarettes made by artisanal hands. God damn it. Oh, so good. Great day. Wonderful skies. Magnificent. The best skies. They're terrific. Ugh. I don't know. All this, like, Trump, blah, 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 politics, garbage shit. Everything's just getting so hack. God. I feel like everything's a goddamn meme these days. I feel like everyone thinks in memes these days. Everybody's just got this, like, whole, like, group think meme brain mentality where everybody's making the same points, and I get it, and I'm guilty too, and I'm infuriated by it. I'm infuriated that, like, the best thing I can occasionally come up with in an off-the-hand shoot conversation about Mr. Trump is a statement that has been so rerun and so goddamn echoed over and over through every single part. And then, man, god damn it. There's a lot of things that make me infuriated. And, I am decidedly enormously liberal, as you might guess. I don't know. Well, what the fuck? I hate all this shit. I'm not a Democrat. I'm none of that garbage. None of that stuff. I hate everybody. And even that's hack. Even ambivalence is hack. Even independency is hack now. Everything's goddamn hack. Hack. But there's something that makes me really mad with, like, the coverage. And, I mean, it's literally me nitpicking. In a cliche phrase. Nitpicking is a cliche phrase. Look at this. What are we devolving into? What does this become? Who are we, Chris? What thoughts and where do they come from? What is the source of these thoughts? Do you even have an original utterance to your name? Is just everything just this pedantic regurgitation of just phraseologies and methodologies thought up by other goddamn carcass heads? I don't know. But I get so infuriated with the coverage of the Trump people and all that. I mean, it's like there's an angle the media has been taking, like the liberal media, about with this like smug assurance. They're just like telling other liberals that like Trump about how Trump's not even like a real Republican and how he's not like a real conservative and like how he's like a hypocrite to his own party's stances and all that. Like it means anything. That's a worthless statement. It's a worthless argument. You are basically like deciding for another group what that group fucking is. It's just like the Republicans decide who the Republicans are. And guess what? If they're all voting for Trump, I guess that's what a Republican is, you know? I guess that's what conservatism is these days. If Trump like does his whole flip and he's cool with like transsexuality, like all that stuff, I guess the whole conservative wing is coming over with him too. I think he could be that sleeper flip. If he really like flip-flops that around, trying to get that whole moderate vote and like becoming more like general in that way and more like broadly acceptable in such ways. At the same time, he's still the same scumbag that was doing all that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like that. It could be a miracle of like him sleeper cell dragging the far American right so closer to center than anyone else has done in the past 30 years through his scumbaggery. It's just, we're out to sea. I don't know. But that was a point that I had there, that there's something I find so despicable. It's like for a metaphor, that's the word. It's like secular people telling Catholics what Catholicism is and what a Catholic believes. It's like, you're not one. You don't belong in this conversation. Shut up. You have legit criticisms you can make, but leave that shit to them, you know? They decide who they are. Let the conservatives decide what conservatism is. It's not a point. There's so many better points to be made about what's wrong with that whole general area thought at this time than just like, you know, that's not even real conservatism at the end of the day. He doesn't even fit in with what it really is. He's just completely missing representation. They all hate him, you know. They all totally hate him. He's just a liar. You know that, right? You know that, right? It's completely irrelevant. All that's completely, utterly, entirely irrelevant. That's really not a point. I don't think I have any point there. There's nothing. I have added nothing. I've added nothing to your lives with this little regurgitation I've just done. If anything, I've robbed you of a few more precious moments as you're wisping down the highway to the grave. I've stolen that time from you, and I'm sorry. I mean, I guess I would have been doing this anyway. So, I mean, I'm really not taking anything from myself. I'm not really adding anything either, but, well, no. Oh, my God. How can I say that? I'm gaining so much. Just talking with you like this is just enriching my life in unspeakable ways, in just abhorrently beautiful ways, in just traumatically suppressed, gloriously beautiful, criminal acts of kindness. Just like that. Just like that. That's what you do. When you listen to my voice, that's what you do for me. You just engorge me with a blissful love of humanity that I would just never know if it wasn't for your just mechanical clicking of buttons and then absorption of digitally transmitted like audio pressure waves. Ha 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 ha! Oh my God, aren't we smug? Aren't we great? Oh boy, we sure love we, don't we? So proud of that one, huh? Aren't we, Casanova? Yep. What a buffet of buffoonery you've just blanketed out into the world. Oh yeah, a lot of B's in that one, huh? Oh, you happy with that, Chris? You happy? A little alliteration there? A little of that? You think people don't know what that is? You think you're pulling one over? Think you're fooling them? Think you're impressing them? This jaded audience of friends that we've coerced and whipped into guilt listening to this awful thing? Well, you know, we do what we can. We offer our love in what meager semblances we might cobble together. Oh, I still have half a can of Canada Dry. What a grand day. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Not drinking, not smoking. What does he do? What does he do? Oh, just pray. Just meditate and think about all the wonderful people that populate our world. It's just a fabulous day. Just a fabulous day. But we're cooking. We're riding. I think we're out of Massachusetts. I don't know where the fuck we are. Somewhere in Connecticut. A lot of goddamn trees. The roads are paved, so ha-ha. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, man. I'm looking forward. We got a bunch of interesting interviews coming up. I've been doing a lot of soul searching on the show of late, and off the show, about what the show is going to be, and making some progress. We're getting a little closer. It's all connected, all this stuff, the comedy, the show, it's a big old holistic system, yeah, god damn it. It's a great thing that's coming. It's going to be great. We got a lot of interesting people coming up we're going to talk to. I'm really excited, friends. I mean, I really realize that there's a way out of my abject, reverse, sort of complete egoism, narcissism that I combine, that I assume I know what I'm doing in ways that I have not the slightest clue. But we're working on that. We're working on that so that we're not a liar. We're not a liar. We are aware of what we're doing. This is all intentful. We are just acting with intent. Everything is on purpose. That's what we're doing now. Nothing is just garbage flowing out the mouth. Nothing. God damn it. Wow, we've been recording for half an hour now, rolling down this strip. I mean, I'm probably going to, can my phone and it's going to explode if I keep recording for much longer, but this has been fun. I like doing these solo casts. I would be doing this in this car, except silently or screaming fuck over and over and over again as I punch the steering wheels. I go through shame, sweats of every mistake I've made in my life. But this is much better. This is much better. This is just great having us all together here. So I think we're going to tie it up here. We're going to tie it up. What I mean to say by that was I think we're going to do more of these. There's going to be more. We're going to pepper them in every once in a while. A little meet with friends, meeting with people I want to get to know better. People who I've known really well in the past and want to get to know again. People I'm kind of getting to know now more and more. The whole gambit. We're going to run the gambit. And I'm looking forward to getting some people I don't know so well or at all and get them in here and make them comfortable as we really dive into stuff. That'll be great. But a lot of good stuff coming. You'll either hear this one this week or you'll either hear Joe's last week or Joe's next week. Yeah, that recording I did with him. God damn it. Shut up, you idiots. I know. Ugh. Forget about it. You can just add this all in post, Chris. Why are you doing this? Why are you tying up with a bow? The table was set. You did the whole meal, and now you're just fucking just whipping out your dick and peeing on dessert. Why did you? There didn't even need to be dessert. No one wanted it. Everyone was full. Everyone had coffee, and then you forced some fucking cake on everybody, and then you're just pissing on the table. It's fucking pissing all over all of it. So I guess I'm gonna go to the bathroom and clean up. Have a great week, and kisses, you assholes. How can I turn this goddamn thing off? Password.